near the front.
We've got a restream bot.
So let's go.
Restream bot is live. Yo.
We're back.
We're
We made
back.
it back live. Let's go.
And right as Andy found Viddy.
All right, so we gave you guys a little bit of a radio broadcast. Appreciate those who are hanging out still, but we are up to 5 crystals now for Andy.
Looks like, I believe Olive took down Swamp Palace, turned in the green pendant for nothing.
He did. He also went back into pod looking for the last item, and I think this is going to be him going back to Skull Woods.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's probably going to be, or it could be Thieves, and that's going to be really unfortunate as well. I will say these early Myths dungeons being so rough does mean there's a good chance we'll have nicer TR or GT layouts potentially.
Yeah, it is possible for sure. Olive actually into Thieves Town, so this is going to send him further off the beaten path, which is a little unfortunate. In that time where we were down, Andy has picked up the gold sword. Gonna need probably a big key here. There's a big key door. Olive going deeper into Thieves. Round and round he goes with these. With the way this is kind of all laid out. But yeah, Olive not finding myths in Skull Woods, but also not finding the bomb door. So even if he gets too blind, not going to be able to fight blind for the pendant. But Andy dropping into the hole, getting ready to head into the Ice Armos fight with the silver. Is going to be inconsequential. Andy pulling a big key there, as well as the second of 4 smalls. Four checks here in this GT room. We call this the DM room or Dark Magician room. But another small key of the only thing of value here. But we are mirroring back to the start. Going to be heading back into ice. We got to get this crystal. Just which way do we go?
All right, I was trying to see if I could sort out audio. We don't have any on ours. I don't know if the
stream has audio. They can hear. They can hear cadence. That's what's important.
Cool. As long as they're all good, I'll live without.
Andy gonna pull the shovel from the big chest and gonna try to hover that really quickly. Did not do so. It's another one of those gotchas there. Going through.
We need to find the torches section of Mire for that down door. So we'll need to come probably in from the right side, go left to be able to get into the Mire torches to get down to Cold Stair.
I believe you're right. Sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah, so this room here will lead to the switch room, and then down here is cold stair. Yep.
Yeah, super tile knowledge coming in handy here. And into the fight we go. This will be Crystal 6. Once Andy completes the fight.
I was gonna say, at this point, Andy just has everything. We have red mail, butter, silvers, half magic. Like, Andy could have a full inventory if he wanted. Has a shovel. We didn't find a bug net, but could get a book. Like, everything else is behind the mitts at this point. There's really nothing Olive can find.
Yeah, and you know, the situation we're in here with this, you know, it's unfortunate. You know, you don't want to see a race like decided like this. You know, it does happen occasionally, unfortunately, but you know, leaving an item behind like that can definitely, you know, really swing things. Maybe that hint there, because if you bring the maid in there, like you just saw, it lets you know which dungeon has the bomb room. So with Skull Woods, maybe that'll jog his memory to think, hey, there's a little bit extra I need to do there.
Yeah, the problem is that it's not just the attic is there. It's the fact that the actual chest we need in Skull Woods is just a single check room. It's, you know, it's the Thief Town big key chest, which might not be obvious of a room to get to. Sometimes those like one-off little spots can be the ones that are so easy to not remember how to get to or which door you didn't check. Especially when it's a redive like this. Like, Olive could be looking for a right-facing door just because he thinks he's looking for the Thieves' Town attic and not necessarily a left-facing door for that item.
We are back in Skullwoods though, so this is good. This is good. Potentially going to lead us to our mitts.
Meanwhile, Andy into Turtle Rock, 15 checks, 7 small keys. And of course, a big key, so this is one of those dungeons that is guaranteed to have its own big chest in it. Just because of those vanilla lobbies.
Indeed it is.
Like, is that door to the left right there? Was that where the mitts were? Like, that's the concern here. Which of these doors was it?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember.
Okay, it was
oh,
this
yes,
one.
This is it. Here we go.
Yep. Meanwhile, Andy found one of the more interesting parts of the Mitts dungeon set. Turtle Rock, or sorry, the GT Torch Room. This can always be an interesting one because that drop down is separate from the stairs.
Yes.
So there are 2 paths there. It's one of those divergence points and can really get kind of annoying. But Andy's staying up here hoping to get some items, and he finds Laser Bridge, which honestly, that's not bad.
And there's his big key for this dungeon. 10 arrows in chest 2. 2 more to go. Speaking of 2, multiply it by 10, we get a big 20. We get 2 of them.
And while Olive does have those mitts and is about to get Ice Rod, does need to do Smith Chain for Bombos.
Yeah, which is also kind of out of the way, but at least he'll be able to do Mire here. And from what we saw on Andy's screen, it looks like you're going to have to do the majority of Mire anyway. And we have found Trinex just up the stairs and to the left, minus the left.
Yeah, that's the thing. You do that drop down and it's like, oh, it's a red square. Oh, it's just up the steps. Okay, sure.
This is another one of those rooms where if you do the spin, he could push you right on out the door, but he's pushing him over to the left, so
Yeah, and he was well
fight.
aligned. That Trinex was dead center in the room, so that push shouldn't have done that. Usually the more dangerous doors for that kind of behavior is the ones that are bomb walls. Bomb walls usually have a bit more of a suction effect to them.
Yes.
Oddly enough, so.
That is Crystal 7 for Andy. And off he goes to Ganon's Tower. As much as we've seen, this could be a tiny GT.
Yeah,
You were kind of saying it might be pretty easy, and I mean, I think just the sheer number of rooms, it could be tiny.
Yeah, I'm still gonna think we're probably around the 15 to 15 check mark, but like we've seen a lot, especially some of the worst rooms. Like the only thing is I didn't get to see a lot of the Mire because of the downtime. So the question is, have we seen Mire lobby? Have we seen TR lobby?
Right.
Like those
yeah.
pubs can get pretty nasty. But no, it's just a 10 check. Wow,
And half of them are small keys.
Yeah, that is a very small GT.
Finding the Wizrobe room in Mire and the Mire lobby, as you pointed out.
We get the GT warps. It's not terrible, but not really helpful. We get the basement of Mire.
Andy gonna opt to head to the left side of this lobby now, and that shows where the warps come out. And now we get the pipe room. More decisions to be made.
Yeah, so small GT item-wise, but still a complex web of interconnections, unfortunately. So
meanwhile, Olive about to find Lanmo. Gonna be taking the fight to Lanmo. Andy getting a small key here in GT, 1 of 5. Solid fight there from Olive. Gonna get his green goo and Crystal 4. We have made it to
a lot of routing around this GT, not item rooms. It's interesting. I guess we saw a lot of the item rooms and the other myths dungeons, and just not much here to find item check wise. It's all those connection rooms that are just wrapping around on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the curious question is, could Andy have taken one of the other stairs? Like, instead of taking the left stair, if he took the right or the center, would he have just found Aga 2 at this point?
Yeah, it's very possible. We're going to bomb this open. We'll see where this takes us. And it's going to take us into the Lanmo 2 fight. Andy going to opt to do it. No red square, and since these are super tiles, that means, or a super tile, I should say, going up in these next 2 rooms, this one and the next, is not going to take us to Aga Tower, or Aga 2, I should say.
Meanwhile, unfortunately, Olive into Mire, we know it's not here. I think we might have gotten like butter in here and cape, which just becomes more checks. Maybe that sends Olive into Smith Chain. But
yeah,
the thing is that I think ice is probably the first choice at this point. We know that door to the right there is going to be nothing, and we know that that is a dead end, so the center door, not the answer. There's still some stuff on the left side, but Andy's going to give one look at right side to see if maybe he can route this.
Oh, this is just a long room in general.
Yep. Luckily, we know that this, like, going into this room, we don't have to go backwards. Like, if you find this room from the bottom left, it becomes a couple of choices, so we don't have to think about that. We do find Fishbone Room of Mire, so gonna see if it's another key we could use. We're also gonna hit the switch.
Yeah, we want to be able to go south.
Oh, and he's just routed back on himself. That led back to that left side GT, so I
All right,
guess
we're
the
going back
center door had
mid.
something else. I missed a route here then. Oh, he wants the crystal switch flipped. Okay.
Yeah, that's smart. Heads up play to remember this.
Yeah, I think this has a lot to do with the fact that we're coming up on Meyer Lobby, and with all the extra little rooms to go through, he wants a couple more options, especially from the up door perspective, to hopefully find it. So really heads up.
All right, does get the big key. And I thought we might get a flashing red square when we walked in here, but we do not. This is going to take us to an Ice Palace room. It's new, so Andy going to push the blocks, going to go through. We'll see where we end up.
Yeah, we know that that room connected to this, the icebreaker room would have been, oh, and that is a shutter door, so it looks like we might have to go through tile room to continue further.
Quite possibly. All right, Andy, if you're going that way, he didn't flip the switch again.
Yeah, so this looks like he's going to try some of the other Meyer doors. Honestly, not terrible. He can get the normal, like, early route of Meyer taking that top right door here. And if that's not the answer, he could just Meyer rail clip into the door right below this. So a couple of checks easy for him. And instead we find the Ice Palace early plus room. I don't think he's going to go north. I wouldn't go north here necessarily, because that leads to the Ice Palace bomb jump, or at least the Ice Palace conveyor room. So we know that's a down door, so don't really want to hit that one yet.
This
Definitely better options this direction.
Oh, this is going to be in that same area, but as you mentioned, it's not connected to the bomb jump. So this is going to be the Aga 2 room. So, you know, we said it could be a baby GT, but man, it was pretty complex.
Yeah.
I think this is what they say in Zelda 1, like the great equalizer of level 9.
Yeah, no, I've heard that before.
So, not a big Z1R player myself, but I know I know those dungeons, or at least level 9 is randomized in that regard. And solid Aga 2 fight for Andy. Now we just have to face Ganon. Olive deeper into Meyer has his butter sword fighting Moldorm 2. Yeah, Andy getting a 189 collection out of this. Kind of high, I'd say. You know, I guess the 24 check Meyer helps with that overall. But yeah, with the gold sword, this is going to be 6 slashes or pokes for phase 1, which is completed. Same thing for phase 2, which he is just poking away at the pig.
Gotta get those extra dashes in. You know, it's practice.
Tenderizing the pig. You know, you want the pig to just pull apart, not be tough. But into phase 3, got to get these 4 hits in, and that is going to be all 4, and off we go to phase 4 with the silvers. Going to get a double here at least, and just has to set up to get 2 more, and that'll do it.
Very nicely done.
In chat for Andy and the Pugs. Going to take the W here, the first game of these teams meeting up with each other, and we'll see if we can get Andy in here for an interview.
Andy finishing in first with a 132.34, and not too long after that, I can't say for sure. I think, Olive does drop a forfeit as well. Not too surprising. This is one of those modes that, like, unless you're already on Aga 2, I don't think a lot of people want to finish out the fight because, you know, if you're not in GT, do you really want to route around a GT by yourself?
No, you don't. You absolutely don't. But, so yeah, that's gonna put the Pugs up to 15 points. And we'll see. We can chat with them when they get here. Andy has joined us. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
And Olive has joined as well. GG's.
Thank you, GG&D.
GG's.
So I suppose you find the myths before me, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't have enough money for pod after Aga. So I did Hera first and got my first glove there.
Yeah, same.
Oh.
So
okay.
you guys,
I don't remember where the myths were.
they were Skull Woods. So
oh yeah.
you guys were very close. Andy, the biggest difference, Andy killed Moldorm, Olive did not. That, I mean, which isn't really a big difference, but that was like the main difference as far as what you guys had done. And then just the way the items kind of laid out, Andy got those mitts before completing Skull Woods, and Olive, unfortunately, you didn't. And that kind of led you to the pendants, which, you know, Jesse and I were hypothesizing that, you know, if the ice rod's in here, this could be really good. And then, as we said, the ice rod just kind of appeared. So
Yeah. Yeah. My thinking when I play this is that, you know, you try to complete the dungeon, but like if you are just missing one item and you find the boss, just leave. And unfortunately, I chose the wrong door and found Mutt before the myths. But I like this mode, honestly. I'm not it's like I played 4 in my life doors, but I like beginner. I don't know if I would like crisscross big shenanigans, but this one I feel it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun. But yeah, you gotta find the items.
Yeah, outside of like the 2 gloves, everything was just kind of in the overworlds. Which is, I don't know, it seems like the meta is do overworlds until there's no more left, and then dive a dungeon if you have to.
Yeah, that's
because
what
nobody likes doing dungeons when they take 2 minutes or 10 minutes, right? So
yeah. Now, you did get a hammer in a dungeon too. So
oh yeah, that's true. I think that was before go mode. That was the only dungeon that I couldn't full clear when I went in because of the hookshot pot.
Yeah, I went back for that. It didn't work. Didn't work. I was like, oh, that would be big brain. You gotta go back with hookshot. No.
My practice yesterday, you had to go back to Aga Tower with a bow to get your Samaria, which was cool. This one was a little nicer. About 30 minutes nicer than yesterday.
Yeah, chat made sure to let folks know that this may be one of the nicest seeds as a whole of the week so far. So
yeah, the dungeon were not too bad either. I didn't do them all, so I don't know like Ice and TR and GT, but the one I did, they were not too complicated to remember because I'm not tracking me. I'm using my brain. I don't know for you, Andy, but
I mostly used my brain, but I keep track of like the big hubs. So like when I found Pod Hub, I would mark that and like X off the doors that I've been in if they didn't lead to anything super important.
Yeah.
Meyer was kind of bad.
Yeah.
But other than Meyer, like Turtle Rock wasn't too bad. GT had Meyer Hub right off the rip, which was great. I love that. But other than that, GT wasn't too bad either.
we were thinking GT might actually be pretty small boy, considering what we'd seen and then it turned out to be just all the stuff that didn't have any chests in it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh, 10 checks, like little baby GT, 5 small keys, whatever. And then, yeah, it took a little bit, but
You know, it was one of those like, look at the little baby, but then it's like, look at the big baby moments or whatever.
but yeah, I think I played pretty well. I don't know. I don't think I really made too many big mistakes. I feel like I got through all the dungeons pretty well. No major hangups. Didn't I only touched Hera for pendants, so that's also a nice W, I guess.
Indeed. Well, this moves the Pugs to 15 points. I believe game 2 is slated for tomorrow.
Yeah,
At some point.
I think it's tomorrow. Trinex versus Werfjig, sometime in the evening.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Pull the schedule up. You know, I'm really good at having my resources available to me as I
I think
to
at
look at.
10 tomorrow or something.
Maybe they haven't put it on the schedule yet. I know there was a discussion about waiting to see. So it is not scheduled. Werf in chat confirming.
Oh yeah,
I guess we're
they were.
leaking information about when we're playing. Anyway,
Yep.
there is a match coming up here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
With Minduo versus Freddy. And that is going to be, as Sigma has said in chat, we're going to, if you guys are just listening, we're going to go down here for a minute. You're going to have to F5 once again, because some maintenance are going to be done. But yeah, GG's guys. Any closing thoughts?
I can't believe Doors is in League. That's my closing thought.
Would you say you would eat your pants if Doors was ever in League?
Who are you quoting?
I've heard this rumor before.
Partially you.
Somebody, me. Did I say I would eat my pants if Doors was ever in League? That does sound like something I'd say. Maybe a little ad-libbed, but you know.
I mean, the important news today is baseball started.
Dude, there's baseball, basketball, and carball today. It's a busy day for me.
Yeah, I'll be playing Teletor for Beer League, the unofficial league tonight. So I've got to get destroyed once again today, and after that, I gotta relax because I got a little cold. So.
Oh man,
Feel better, dude.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Yep.
Yeah, GG's. Scary Olive, thanks for coming. Dante, Jesse.
Thank you guys. That's probably gonna do it for us. Big shout outs yet again to Fishing Boo for doing the tracking. Jesse, it was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, thanks for signing up to join me today.
Yeah, was a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. As Sigma said in chat, we are going to end stream here just for a brief moment for some maintenance, and then be back very shortly for the next race. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one.